Hello, I'm Zan, and it's Monday here on Diary of a Gender Fluid, and today I've got my friend Carson with me.
Hello, I'm Carson.
Like pronouns too.
Right, yeah. I am genderqueer, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs.
Yes. So Carson's here to talk about music and gender, but first we're going to tell you the story of how we met because it was pretty funny.
Alright.
This was like a year ago?
Yeah, it was
over a year.
It's like in October. There's a paranormal investigator.
Wow, 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I was by my lonesome, and I heard that there's this group of people like talking about stuff, and I was kind of listening in because I had nothing better to do. And then their point of conversation kind of led me to believe that maybe they were on Tumblr. So I kept listening, and then I heard the phrase, the Skeleton War.
And this was during the year
of the
Skeleton War. So what, 2014,
yeah,
October?
it was that year. So it was a big deal. So we knew. So I knew. I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I have to do it right. So they all got in like the front row and had like an extra seat. And I was like, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna introduce myself? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And so I'm like, hi, is the seat taken? And one of their friends is like, no, it's not. And I leaned over and I'm like, I like your shoelaces.
And of course, I responded, thank you, I stole them from the president.
And we geeked out, and we started being friends. And so yes, the Tumblr story is true.
It works.
It can work sometimes, but just be careful, otherwise people will be like, what?
Especially, it's also really funny if you're trying to pull that and the person isn't wearing shoelaces.
Yeah, and they're like, what?
What?
I'm not even wearing shoelaces.
I didn't even look to see if I was wearing shoelaces. I was like, this is a Tumblr reference.
This is the code. My time has come.
Tumblr code has finally worked.
Yep. And then we started talking about how much of nerds we are.
Yes.
And we discovered that we are friends.
Yes.
And that's how it happened.
Yes. And we are such nerds that we even both have nerdy tattoos.
Yep.
So here we got a TARDIS.
Yep.
And then over here, Deathly Hallows symbol.
Yes.
Yeah, we're nerds.
Such nerds.
Okay, so gender and music.
Alright, so this is something I've kind of been thinking about talking about, but one, I'm too lazy to run my own video blog kind of thing, so I'm like, hey Zan, can I come on your show? And also, I wanted to shout out to my special friend who's probably watching this. Love you. I didn't tell her that I was going to be on, so she's going to watch this and she's going to be like, oh my god, it's Carson. And I'm like,
That's going to be so cute.
I know, I can't wait to hear it. And anybody else who knows me, thanks for watching, because you guys are rad. But yeah, so music. If you don't know me, music has been a huge part of my life. I also identify as a lesbian. I think it's kind of funny, the stereotypes. I just made a joke the other day, if you're a lesbian, you're either playing softball or playing music. And I've met very many people, in the community who also play music, so it's kind of interesting to see how, that kind of affects us, we're creative, want to get our emotions out, stuff like that. And, you don't really see a lot of queer people in mainstream music. Mm-hmm. So when you do come around, Same Love by Mary Lambert or She Keeps Me Warm, her other one.
Yes.
And then Macklemore talking about different things, and I believe Adam Lambert, I think, is bisexual.
I actually don't know anything about Adam Lambert.
That's what I've heard, so correct me if I'm wrong, but at least, changing the way we view expression, with his eyeliner and makeup and things like that, so all that's pretty cool. So, growing up, I taught myself guitar. I began writing in high school, but it was more so the cliche kind of sad songs because wasn't out, didn't really know what to write about, so wrote those kind of songs. And then my senior year in high school, I wrote my song called He Dances With Her.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's about the song. You can check it out on my channel. We'll get links later. But the song is about a person watching a guy and a girl, think about the prom or something, and you're just kind of heartbroken because you liked the person and there was someone else. And then at the end of the song, it's like, oh, he's dancing with her. And that the last bit is, oh, he's dancing with you, which is my subtle nod of saying, you thought I was talking about the guy? Nope. I was talking about the girl. You know, and it's like, that was kind of my first time writing queer music. And I performed...
And when I saw you perform that,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, I was looking around in the audience last year,
Yeah.
and was that...
It was like an open mic or something.
It was, yeah. Anyway, you got to the very end of the song, and everybody was just kind of like looking around, and I'm like, yes, you go, Carson.
Yeah.
Like, and so yeah, of course, we were all cheering.
Bless. Yeah, so like from then, I've continued to write music, my style's all over the place, but my most recent song called Drive Me Crazy is explicitly about, because girl, you drive me crazy tonight. So it's like, yes, I'm not a guy, I'm not a girl, but I'm still female-bodied and singing about liking girls, so that's pretty rad, and finally got the courage to sing my stuff. And then I guess like for me, I like presenting masculine. I like binding, short hair, love it. Shading to kind of give me more androgynous features, just because like all my life I've been like, oh, you're a girl, oh, wear a dress, and I'm just like,
Right.
I'm not a girl, I don't want to wear a dress. I used to, but then I'm like, introspection kind
Definitely.
of like helped me feel like, oh, so this is what I'm feeling. So like, also performing kind of helped me with like how I want to dress, how I like to feel, and how I like people to see me.
That's really cool. I know, like, there's a lot of people on this channel talking about, clothing and how you, like, first got into figuring out what type of clothing you like to wear, so that's interesting. I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, my friend Riley actually gave me my first binder, and then I wore my button down, and I performed at Harmony Cafe. So, and I like felt super good, and just kind of escalated from there. I'm like, this feels right.
That is so cool.
Yeah.